The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Motion, reset.
Now a handoff looking right. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jet 17. Yellow. Arcelon,
Focus, defense, focus.
Now they try the right side here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Yellow. Go, Lou, Eddie. Undercrush.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
3 butt.
Check.
Check, nickel. Switch.
Girls, 15. 49, check 49.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
Check, crunch.
Say 43.
Get wide. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time. 94.
Darnold from the gun. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 3. Switch.
Darnold. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the screen. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Now it's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's checking crap. Oh, ladies. Go now. Oh, ladies. Check,
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
1st down, New York.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3, Jets nothing.
Outside. 26 Mike. Target. Sponge. Ready? No. Deuce. Check 24.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. Second and long.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. You're right. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the shit. Hey, exit. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. No lady. Check. No lady.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack.
Hey, Steve 6.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He can't get him down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Check pass. Check 3.
Yellow.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Check. Hey, lady. Check hot route. Hot. Lady. 26, Mike.
Second down and 10, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Big dance. Go. And lady, 26 Mike. That's what I do.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check. Motion to backfield. 26 Mike. Hey, lady. Game situation. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 26 Mike. Hey, lady. SOS. 26 Mike.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
26 lady. 26 Mike. It's just me and you. Hey, lady. Tight go. Shoot. Hey, lady.
Darnold on 1st down. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
I got it. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken short. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Out, 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 out. No waiting. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Bell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Watch his slam! Watch his slam! 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 94 is the mark! 94 is the mark! Yo, 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 yo! Yo!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Darnold down to throw. Herndon's got it complete. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Let's go, son. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's pick up. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Kill, kill, kill. Shot.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's McLeod. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. He's got the hook up to McLeod. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you, Marshall. Hey.
To the air again, Darnold. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Yellow.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Hey, Riplis.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Color.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, color.
Watch safety green. Watch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54. I got you, punk.
Hey, 57. You gotta go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
I'm going back to you.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Yellow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the edge. Slam.
I don't need to.
Check three. Watch.
Hey, Sunday. Right side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Kill. Hey, look.
Hey, 57.
Check.
Yellow.
Check.
Right side.
Now they try the right side here. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yellow. Arkansas 80. Yellow.
Yeah. You don't want none. Let's go. Orbit. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go.
15.
53 is the Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
15.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the backer.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All day, defense. All day. Bravo. 53 is the Mike.
Hey, watch the leg.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Yellow.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's not going to get me. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl.
Attack. Right.
Hey, we got 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
You don't know no better.
Hey, ran, ain't he?
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, he's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check 99. Check 99. Take it. Take it.
On second down, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a handoff working right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
To throw is Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Mahomes to throw. And he'll find Hall. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Nice, sweetheart. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. To throw is Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Silver. 53 is the mic. 53.
Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the city will be alive tonight. The Jets have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out and kick it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was